Daily, daily, where's daily? Daily, where's my cue? There it is.
Imbecile, let's go!
In that last webisode, we only got a small scoop of Bruce's minister, the good Reverend Nicholas Griffin. Yeah, and also from a PR guy's point of view, I don't know if you can have a better endorsement for your client than that of a Oxford-educated theologian. And as you'll see, the good Reverend has no problem wrapping his mind around those big questions. And in our case, that one huge question.
Can an ice cream man have a conversation with God?
Well, you know, from a formal standpoint, this is called a theophany, an encounter with God. I think I've learned two things. Number one, that my experiences are pretty much the experiences that other people have. So what I do here in our church, in our classes, in our Sunday mornings, is basically speak to myself. I sometimes joke, I say if nobody turned up on Sunday morning, I would still give my talk because I need to hear it. When I was teaching philosophy, I was what's called a monist rather than a dualist. I believed that everything was one. Trying to explain this to my students in philosophy was very hard indeed. And my immediate answer to you is probably no, because linguistically we are defeated by the attempt. I think any attempt at a realization of oneness is probably a non-communicable experience. The great spiritual teacher who decides to communicate is obviously going to limit and circumscribe what it is that he or she has felt. What shines through his work, I think, is the fact that we have a magnificent, limitless, transformative, transcendent experience. And he's done a very, very good job of trying to reduce this to language because he wants to communicate it to other people. If he didn't want to communicate it to others, he would hug it to himself, and it would never be reduced and perhaps diluted. But he's taken that risk, and he's done a wonderful job of doing it, I think. I think people in our Western world need some kind of empirical proof that these teachings, these beliefs have what an old philosophy professor of mine used to call a cash-out value. I really detest that phrase, but we live in a world that measures the importance and significance of life and events by some kind of practical demonstration. Despite all our efforts to find external support for our beliefs or verification for them, nevertheless, the ultimate verification has to be something internal that intuitively touches our hearts and transforms our lives. And Bruce has had that transformative experience. The Apostle Paul had it on the road to Damascus. Numerous other great religious and spiritual teachers have had it. The Buddha had it under his bo tree. He's tapped into that divine and infinite wisdom that countless others have done, and he's offered us his individual expression of it. But the extraordinary thing is how fundamentally commonplace it is in terms of mystical experience. That to me validates what he says. I would say to the people who read Bruce's book or who see this production that you're making, I would say to them, open your mind to the possibilities of infinite life, and give thanks that you see evidences of it all round you. Life is an endless transformation experience, and I think Bruce has performed a wonderful service to us if he's helped to convince us that that's the case.